Covering chapter 4K here, which is graphical solutions to simultaneous equations. Now, this is something that you wouldn't have experienced before, but it's pretty fairly straightforward, but we're just going the graphical route, okay? So hopefully after this, you should be able to know what the point of intersection is, aka the POI. Just know that the point of intersection is a coordinate point where both graphs cross each other, and the whole point is that this POI here is what we call a solution. Okay. So what are simultaneous equations? So simultaneous equations are pretty much so you have two or more equations. Okay. Right now you're only going to be dealing with two. Um, Two is the main one that I'm focusing on here. Um, that are all graphed at the same time, aka simultaneously, and they share the same variables. So in this case, we have the variables, they share x and y. So it's been shared between them. The goal is to find values of the variables that satisfy all equations at once. So what that means is you are trying, once you draw the graphs, you're trying to find the point where all three graphs like intersect each other. Okay. So you're finding the point where all graphs intersect each other just like that. Okay. So that's the whole point right here. Now, point of intersection, you're just finding where the coordinates are. Okay. So you're just finding the coordinates x and y. And how, and there are two scenarios that you can experience when doing this. Okay. Two scenarios right here. So you have the intersection at one point only. Now, this is what you'll be mainly doing for now and next year. Hopefully, like we'll get comfortable with this fact, but it doesn't hurt to start early. So two graphs intersect at one point, and there's only one solution, the coordinates x and y. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do here. So that's one scenario that you can get. The other scenario you can get is that the two lines are actually parallel to each other and that no solutions take place. Okay, no intersection takes place. So let's just look at an example here, which I've already done. So this is what you'll typically be experiencing for now. Give the coordinates of the point of intersection for these lines. Okay, so I've already done them for you. So if you just have a look at the red and the blue line, you can see that they cross each other at a certain point, and your job is to just point out what that coordinate point is. So in the first one, I have the coordinate point 1, 3. And for the second coordinate point, I have the point -1 and 2. Okay. So with that in mind, you can actually just start working on these questions, but there's a very specific way I want you to answer these questions, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay. So on your laptop or your Chromebook, whatever device that you have, you are going to look up Desmos graphing. Okay. So if you just have a look up here, I'm on Desmos graphing right now. Okay. It will look something like this. Now, you are to type in the equation based on the question they give you. So what I'm doing is I'm doing question 1a of chapter 4K right now. So I'll just type this in. Y equals 3x minus 4. So I'm going to type it in exactly like that. Y equals 3x minus 4. Just like that. And you will see that there's a line that just pops out of nowhere, okay? If you zoom in and zoom out with your cursor, you can change how far in you want to look at it or how far away you want to look at the graph. Okay, just keep it moderately sized. You don't need to make it too crazy. um if you want to know how to make it like specific, I can show you that another time, but for now I don't really care. Okay, so let's just have a look here. So I've just drawn a graph here randomly, so that's one equation done. Now, you're going to type in the second equation in the box just underneath. So not in the same one that you've typed in the first equation. There's a second option right here. So I am going to type in y equals to 2x minus 2. Why did I type in 2y? That's a mistake right there. 2x minus 2, just like that. So you're going to see that there's another line that shows up now. So you got a green and you got a blue line right there. Now, question one is asking, if you have a look at the textbook, let's just pull it up. Decide if the given point is at the intersection of the two lines of the given graphs. So they've given us the coordinate point 2 and 2. Okay. So that's the coordinate that we're sort of looking for. That's what we want. Okay. So if you just have a look at our graph, just look at where the green and the blue line intersects with each other. And you're just going to click on that point specifically. Now, as you can see, it will give out the coordinate points 2, 2. So with that in mind, you can now just draw the graph. Just draw the graph slightly, okay? Just draw something like this. Draw the axis similar like this. Just do a rough sketch, okay? Um, just have something like that done. Or if you really wanted to, draw a proper graph for each of them in your books. And then just know that the intersection point is at 2 and 2. At this point, you can just say, like obviously in your book, you could say the point of intersection. I shouldn't type it there. No, 2x minus 2. I'll just type it in here. So after you've drawn your graph, yeah, you can just type in the point of intersection is at the coordinate point 2, 2. And then you're done. You just move on, okay? And you're going to do that with every single question for this. So you are going to do all of question 1, and then you're just going to do half of question 2, okay? So that's for the general people out there. Um, I will just pause this video right now and I can show people who plan on doing advanced maths next year how you are actually going to do this properly, okay? So for those who are just, just vibing as of this moment, stop here, just answer the questions how I've just shown you so far, okay? Alright, so let's just use the same question here, but I'm just going to show you how we're going to be doing these types of questions, okay? It's very simple, okay? So let's just say the question's given to us. We're checking if this coordinate is the point of intersection. It's very straightforward. So let's get into it. So step one is substitute the x values. Substitute the x values such that uh, just just to check if the y values are the same, okay? So let me just do this right here. So substitute the x value in the coordinate to both equations given. So because we're given two equations here, y equals 3x minus 4 and y equals 2x minus 2, we are substituting the x value. So my x value in this case is 2. So I'm just going to substitute the number 2 where x is, and I'm going to try and find what y equals to, okay? So in y equals 3x minus 4, after substituting x equals 2, I found out y equals 2. So this technically means, okay, great. So this is the coordinate right here, that when x equals to 2, y equals 2. So this satisfies this condition so far. Next thing you're going to do is substitute the same x value into the second equation, okay? So this will give me y equals 2 as well. Now, because the y values are the same, you move on to step 3. So step 3 says state your answer depending on the y values. If they are the same, the coordinate xy is the point of intersection. If they are different, then the coordinate is not the point of intersection, okay? And that's how you would go about doing these types of questions here. So let me just fill that in. Let me see if there's anything else that you may need. Let's have a look. What's this example here? Uh, you won't need this for now. You'll learn this next year, okay? So that's all you have to do. So yeah, just take your time with it, okay? Get it done. You'll have 2 revision lessons regardless, okay? Just make sure you get it over and done with, okay? And let's just make sure we're well prepared for earlier on next week. Take care.